Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Sunday. We have 10 races we want to show you. Let's get right to the track and weather conditions. The main track fast, the turf course firm. The first race on the main track, 6 furlongs, maiden claimers, 2-year-olds. The claiming price, $35,000.
They're off. From the inside, that's Zachary's Pitch, who begins the best right alongside early as Graphite Strike to come away to race second now. From between horses, Master Deacon is away. He's now second and moving up. Then to the outside, Uccello Bello driving up at the inside. El Señor de los Cielos in front of an outside running Tio Pancho. Then it's Per Tai and Magic Mangus is last of all as they run down the backstretch. Master Deacon takes the lead at the half-mile pole through an opening quarter in 22-4. Zachary's Pitch is racing in second position. Uccello Bello now third. El Señor de los Cielos is now fourth toward the outside. Graphite Strike is fifth and picking it up in front of an outside running Tio Pancho. Then Per Tai and tailing off Magic Magnus. They run to the top of the stretch. Master Deacon trying to spring the upset. Moves to the top of the stretch on top by almost 2. From the far outside, it's Graphite Strike. Winding it up from the back is Per Tai. No place to go for El Señor de los Cielos, and they're into the stretch. Graphite Strike just ran up to take the lead. From the outside and coming on Tio Pancho, and on between horses, Per Tai. El Señor de los Cielos did not get through on the inside. Uccello Bello. Graphite Strike has the lead close to home, and Edgar Zayas and Graphite Strike will win it. Up second is Tio Pancho from Per Tai third, then Uccello Bello and El Señor de los Cielos in 112-3.
The favorite, number 3, Graphite Strike, scores down the center of the track and pays $3.60 to win. Owned by Joker Racing, LLC. Trained by Steve DeMauro. Ridden to victory today by Edgar Zayas. The second race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the firm turf course. These are claimers, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch the 6, the 7, and number 11. And note the jockey on number 12 is Luca Panici.
And they're off. iPhone addiction broke outwardly. From the inside, Canton Floss and Powerline both begin nicely. Moving up in the center now is As I Know It to challenge for the lead as they run out of the turf chute and head to the finish line for the first time. Out in the center of the race course, As I Know It duking it out with Canton Floss, setting up shop third, JC Mamba. On hold inside is Powerline, then from the outside, Key Royale. Roguery is between horses, 2 in front of Derby Day Kitten. Then iPhone Addiction's third last, Van Holiday is second last, and Caballero first is last as they run into that first turn. Canton Floss unopposed up top for Jaramillo through an opening quarter in 23-1. Racing in second position is As I Know It. It's 2 back to JC Mamba. On hold for Fergal Lynch, racing third now. A stretch of 2.5 to Key Royale, who's 3 wide with Roguery between horses. Then to the inside, it's Powerline. iPhone Addiction trying to get out a bit while out in the center of the course. Derby Day Kitten is pocketed up for Hernandez. A length better than Van Holiday, then Caballero first. They went 49 seconds for the opening half-mile speed, so they slowed it down in the second quarter, and Canton Floss continues to shoulder the load. Leads it by 2. As I Know It is second. JC Mamba is third. Not much change in the order here. Roguery between horses. Powerline on the inside. iPhone Addiction sent 4 wide. Van Holiday tries to rally from the back as they run around the far turn. 3 quarters, 1:13-4, and Canton Floss, yet to face a threat, still has the lead. As I Know It continues to chip away second. JC Mamba's up the inside. Van Holiday circles on the outside. iPhone Addiction between horses with 1/8 of a mile left. It's Canton Floss on top. Van Holiday begins to surge on the outside toward the inside, and JC Mamba hears Van Holiday on the outside of Canton Floss, and Van Holiday does the better work late. Miguel Vasquez and Van Holiday win it by 2.5. Second, Canton Floss. Third, JC Mamba, and fourth, iPhone Addiction in 146-1.
Number 8, Van Holiday. Nice performance. Scores, pays $8.80 to win. Owned by Music Man Stable. Trained by Joe Russo and ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. We're going to take a short break and be back for the third race in just a couple of moments.
Charmin goes down the outside. Charmin goes chasing Danish Dynaformer. Danish Dynaformer. Charmin goes, and Charmin goes. Takes the Queen's Plate a length. And taking the 156th running of the Queen's Plate is Shaman Ghost, beautifully bred by Ghost Zapper.
Classic Bloodlines, Classic Sire, Ghost Zapper, standing at Adena Springs.
Welcome back. Race number 3, a 1-mile claiming event for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. A scratch in here of number 5, Popcorn Kitten.
All set. And they're off. Level beginning. From the center, it's Super Zapper who's trying to get the early lead with Whiskey Ding to his inside. At the rail, the favorite Bishop Sleeves is away much closer today. He's third early. Then to the outside, it's Plausibly with Heat Star widest of all, Drimmer toward their inside. At the back early is JC Universal as they navigate that first turn run. It's Whiskey Ding and Miguel Vasquez who land on top. They lead by a neck. Super Zapper alongside the leader through the opening quarter mile with Bishop Sleeves, the favorite, racing back in third. Plausibly is also much closer today, racing up on the outside in front of Drimmer, then Heat Star and JC Universal. They carved a quarter in a pokey 25-3. Down the backstretch they go with Whiskey Ding in front by a neck. Super Zapper is second. Up on the outside, Plausibly third. Bishop Sleeves is fourth now, only 2 off the lead now. 2 in front of Drimmer at the half-mile pole. They went 50-2 to the opening half-mile. Out the back early are Heat Star and JC Universal. Into the far turn they go. Whiskey Ding survives every step. He's at the 3-furlong point in front by a neck. Up to second is Super Zapper within a neck of the leader at the 5/16. Bishop Sleeves will be tipped into the clear soon for a clear shot. Then to the outside, Plausibly. Drimmer's under a ride, and there's a quarter of a mile left to go. Super Zapper on the outside of Whiskey Ding. They arrive at the top of the stretch in lockstep. They went 3 quarters and won 15-1. Super Zapper puts ahead in front. Whiskey Ding fights back along the inside, comes right on back at the 8th pole. And Bishop Sleeves is off the fence from third. Through the final furlong, toward the inside, it's Whiskey Ding still narrowly in front. On the far outside, Bishop Sleeves is motoring. Super Zapper between them. Bishop Sleeves and Whiskey Ding. It's a close photo, maybe outside to Bishop Sleeve. Whiskey Ding right there. Super Zapper third in front of Plausibly in 141-2.
Number 1, Bishop Sleeves, just gets up at the wire to score for owner L. Stephanie Smith, trained by Martin Paramo and ridden to victory today by Emicial Jaramillo. The 4th race, 1 mile on the turf. These are claimers for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch the 6, the 12, the 13, and number 14.
They're off. From the far outside, T-minus begins nicely and will try to do the killer crossover in the early stages. Down to the inside, it's Just for Fun to race up on the inside. He'll now protect his inside position and race with T-minus as they run to that first turn. Sunbio comes away racing in third with Empire Road between horses and My Beholder out wide. In tight along the rail is Charity Reigns. It's a length back to Let's Wrap It Up. Separation of 3 lengths then to Tritonian with Indigo Devil on the outside, and the early trailer is expected meeting. They run around the first turn, and on top, T-minus by a length and a quarter. Just for Fun will now angle off the fence to race in second. From the gray Sunbio situated third, 4 lengths off the lead. Then down to the inside, it's Charity Reigns with My Beholder on the outside and Empire Road between them. Let's Wrap It Up as racing in the clear, about 5 or 6 lengths off the lead. It's a stretch of another 3.5 to the inside Tritonian. He has about 3 on the second last running expected meeting, and Indigo Devil is the trailer. They went 49-1 for the opening half mile, and they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. It's T-minus in front, 3 parts of a length. Just for Fun draws up second now. Toward the inside, it's Charity Reigns now third. Sunbio is fourth. Let's Wrap It Up looks for racing room. He tips to the outside and continues to progress. Let's Wrap It Up is into fourth and gaining ground with a quarter of a mile left to go. The rest not of consequence. 3 quarters, 1:13-4. Take a look at Let's Wrap It Up on the outside, still under a hand ride, and up now to take the lead from T-minus. Back third is Charity Reigns. Then it's Just for Fun, but through the final furlong. Speaking of Just for Fun, that's the way Let's Wrap It Up will win it. Let's Wrap It Up wraps it up and wins easy. Moving off in the end under a confident ride by win it by 4 or 5 lengths. Second is T-minus from Charity Reigns third. Then Just for Fun, and I believe Indigo Devil gets up to complete your high five in 140-1.
Number 10, Let's Wrap It Up, the easiest kind of winner. He was wrapped up in the stretch, wins impressively and pays $5. Owned by Drawing Away Stable, trained by Phil Serpy, ridden to victory today by Paco Lopez. The fifth race, 6 furlongs maiden claiming event for 2-year-olds. The claiming price, $12,500. 2 scratches, number 1 and number 6, Cugini Michael.
In line, they're off. From the outside, Think He's Gone begins nicely. Our Sniper Jones from the center is showing speed. Here's the first-timer, Wayward Road, moving up from down toward the inside. So as they run down the backstretch, our Sniper Jones clears over to the rail and leads it by a length and a half. Wayward Road is getting off the fence with Think He's Gone. Then in between horses, Elusive Starship. It's a length back to the team of Kimchi Strike, Pentatent, and then to the inside, Tip and Joe. The early trailer is 40 books. They pass the opening quarter in 23 seconds flat, and they move into the far turn. Our Sniper Jones leads it by a length. Checking hard there was Elusive Starship, and moving up to second is Think He's Gone. And here's Think He's Gone to issue the challenge to our Sniper Jones. They've opened 3.5 on Kimchi Strike, who begins to move while under a whip ride. Back fourth is Wayward Road, followed by the first-timer 40 books, and there's a quarter of a mile to go. Our Sniper Jones politely bows out. Now the leader is Think He's Gone, about to be engaged by Kimchi Strike on the outside. Here's Kimchi Strike to take on Think He's Gone. Think He's Gone still holds a narrow lead. Right alongside is Kimchi Strike, 5 better than 40 books. Through the final 16th, Think He's Gone on the inside. Kimchi Strike on the outside. Kimchi Strike surging to the lead. Kimchi Strike the winner. Second is Think He's Gone, 40 books third, then Wayward Road fourth in 1:14 flat.
Number 8, Kimchi Strike, very nice performance, owned by Barbara Ann McDonald, trained by George Handy, ridden to victory today by Jonathan Gonzalez. We'll take a short break and be back for race number 6.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine State. Until now. Adena Springs presents 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
Welcome back for race number 6. It's 1 mile on the turf. These are maiden claimers for 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch 11, 12, 13, the number 14, and number 15.
And they're up. From the center of Blogosphere begins much better today, and we'll try to go for the early lead. Dothraki Warrior moves up, and on the far outside, Caramello. Down to the inside, it's Abandoned Ship. So they're stacked 4 across the track in the run under the wire the first time. Tugging hard from third is Blogosphere. The leader on the outside is Caramello. Blogosphere has no choice but to go outside of that early leader and try to get in the clear, but Caramello floats him off the corner. Down to the inside, it's Dothraki Warrior with Pasta Giovanni on the outside. Then it's Majestic Kingdom, followed by Abandoned Ship, and on the outside, Major Anthem. Following them is Defined Deacon with a mane along the inside, and trailing the field is Takai. They bend into the backstretch, an eventful opening quarter of 25 and 1. It's Caramello in front by a neck. Blogosphere is racing in second, Pasta Giovanni third. Stretch of 2.5 to Majestic Kingdom, who's fourth toward the inside. Dothraki Warrior. Here's a big brush on the outside from Divine Deacon. Divine Deacon's not going to stop till he gets the lead, and he just took over. He was about second last early, and now he's in front. And Caramello, who's racing second. Blogosphere third, Pasta Giovanni fourth on the outside, Majestic Kingdom fifth. Then to the inside, it's Abandoned Ship, followed outside by Major Anthem. That's all for Dothraki Warrior. He's not running on at all. A main gets by him, and trailing is Takai. Divine Deacon made the lead, but the lead just changed hands again as Pasta Giovanni just took over. Caramello's trying to battle back. Majestic Kingdom is next. Major Anthem is working into the clear, and a main is on the far outside. Inside the final furlong, here comes Major Anthem at Divine Deacon, who now is in front again. From between horses, it's Pasta Giovanni, then Majestic Kingdom. Through deep stretch, Divine Deacon and Juan Leyva have the lead. Major Anthem running out of time. It's Divine Deacon to win it. Divine Deacon by an X. Second is Major Anthem. Third is Pasta Giovanni in 1:40 and 3.
Number 6, Divine Deacon, springs the upset and pays $55.60 to win. Owned by Steve Dwoskin and Wayne Lobdell, and trained by Steve Dwoskin. Ridden to victory today by Juan Leyva. The 7th race, 1 mile claiming event for 3-year-olds and upward on a fast main track. Scratching here, number 5, Be a Wildcat.
they're off. From the center, Capital City wins the break, and toward the inside, Commander Tate moves up to be second. Storm Warnings is out of there. He races in third. Then to the outside, it's Dos de Bastos, widest of all, Pro Gold. Second last inside is Raquete, and the trailer is Thunder Run. As expected, little pace pressure for Capital City and Jeffrey Sanchez. They dictate the terms on an unopposed lead of a length and a half. Joint second is Storm Warnings, and on the inside, Commander Tate. Dos de Bastos is racing in fourth now. Wide on the course is Pro Gold. Thunder Run is on the outside of Raquete at the back after the opening quarter went in a methodical 25-3. Capital City clicks to 3-5 and shoulders the load to the 5/8 pole by a length and a quarter. Racing up on the outside is Dos de Bastos, and from between horses, Storm Warnings. Widest of all is Pro Gold. Commander Tate has lost a couple spots in front of Raquete. He's only 4 lengths off the lead, and trailing is Thunder Run. Less than half a mile away, they move into the far turn run now. They win a half mile in 50-2. Capital City in front at the 3 furlong point by a neck. Storm Warnings ratchets up the pressure second. They've quickened now 3 lengths better than Dos de Bastos. He's asked to run from third within 2.5 of the lead. Favorite Capital City coming under pressure. Past the quarter-mile pole, they went 3/4 in 1:15 flat. Toward the inside, Capital City turns first. Storm Warnings tries to get to him again second. Back third is Dos de Bastos. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Jeffrey Sanchez imploring Capital City for a little bit more. But Storm Warnings is right up alongside. Back third is Dos de Bastos, but in deep stretch, give George Handy a training double. It's Storm Warnings in front. Capital City second. Up third was Dos de Bastos, and Thunder Run finished fourth in 1:40-3.
Number 2, Storm Warnings gets the job done. Second win on the day for owner Barbara Ann McDonald and 92-year young trainer George Handy. This one ridden to victory today by Orlando Boca Chica. The 8th race, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. These are maiden filly 2-year-olds. Jockey on the 1 is Edgar Prado, scratched the 5. Jockey on the 7, Paco Lopez, also scratched. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. The 16 gets in and will run.
They're up. From the outside, Song Memory. From between horses, Nagambi is away well, and first-time starter Sweet Victory comes away with some speed. In fact, Sweet Victory will land in front in the run of the first turn. Nagambi is racing in second from Fired Up Sensation in third. Then to the outside, it's Thanks to Life. Far to the outside, Song Memory was 5 or 6 wide on the course there. Fired Up Sensation not exactly cornering beautifully. She's racing out in about the 4 path, and down to the inside, it's Traquita. Then it's Daddy's Pride between horses, 2 better than Liberty Lunch. To her inside goes Miss Dude, and it's a stretch of another 5 to the trailer, Octacado. They went 23-3 for the opening quarter speed. On the outside, it's Thanks to Life, and on the inside, it's Sweet Victory. Their heads apart for the lead. Fired Up Sensation is now racing in third, off the flank of the leaders and 2 behind. Traquita rides the rail for Prado. Nagambi between horses. Daddy's Pride is working out a wide journey. Even wider than her goes Song Memory. It's a stretch of 5 lengths back to Miss Dude and Liberty Lunch, and the trailer is Octacado. They went 48-1 for the opening half-mile speed. Around the far turn they go. Thanks to Life now bids up on the outside of Sweet Victory. Thanks to Life up for a head in front. Sweet Victory counterpunches from second, 2.5 to Fired Up Sensation. Not cornering well on the second turn either. Then to the outside in Song Memory, and they're at the top of the stretch. Sweet Victory kicks it into another gear and opens 3.5. Fired Up Sensation is now to the inside of Thanks to Life. Then to the outside, it's Song Memory. But inside the final furlong, Sweet Victory. How sweet it is. Sweet Victory wins her debut stylishly by 4 or 5 lengths, coast to coast. Fired Up Sensation second, Traquita third in front of Song Memory fourth. Then came Miss Dude in 132-4.
Number 3, Sweet Victory, draws off to win it by open lengths, owned by George Bolton and Peter Lydell, trained by Todd Fletcher, and ridden to victory today by Eddie Castro. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the late Daily Double.
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Mucho Macho Man has the lead close to home. Mucho
Welcome back for race number 9. It's a 7-furlong sprint. These are maiden 2-year-olds. 8 runners going to the post.
And they're up. Cowboys Hero was a step slow to start. From the inside, Texas T and Adumato begin the best. Moving up in the center now, that's Blind Ruckus. And also coming away in the top flight was Piccadilly Roadster as they run out of the chute. From between horses, that's Adumato, who has the lead. Texas T along his inside second. Racing third is Piccadilly Rooster. Then to the outside goes Giant Inca. Then from the inside, it's Blind Ruckus. Fifth and about 3 off the lead. Cowboys Hero still out in the center of the course, now moving over for Lopez to race only 3 lengths off the lead. And it's a stretch of 3 to the 2 at the back. They are Little Sky and Summer Disco. They went 22-3 for the initial quarter time. Adumato has the lead by a half a length. Piccadilly Roadster is second. Giant Inca bids up 3 wide third. Cowboys Hero now in a pocket from fourth. They'll need racing room toward the inside and Blind Ruckus. That's all for Texas T. He's called it an afternoon, passed by both Summer Disco and Little Sky. They went 46 seconds flat for the opening half-mile speed. From between horses, Piccadilly Roadster set down driving by Rispoli, but up for a narrow lead. From the inside, trying to fight back second is Adumato, far outside Giant Inca. Cowboys Hero up the inside, just not finding his best stride yet. Through the final furlong, Piccadilly Roadster trying to spring the upset. Giant Inca coming up his inside with a shot for Jaramillo. Here's Giant Inca at Piccadilly Roadster. Piccadilly Roadster wandering badly, trying to hold on. Here's the finish. Too tight to call. Maybe Piccadilly Roadster surged again on the outside of Giant Inca in 125 flat.
Number 7, Piccadilly Roadster gets the photo and pays $38.20 to win. Owned by Crossed Sabres Farm, LLC. Trained by Marcus Vitale and ridden to victory today by Matthew Rispoli. The 10th and final race, 5 furlongs on the turf. These are claimers for 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the 1, the 9, the 10, the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. The off-time favorite, number 4, Little Baker.
And runners away. From the outside, Running Alone and Dr. J-Dub are showing speed. Down to the inside, Prague comes away in the top flight. Little Baker will situate himself 4th in the early stages. Followed by Pirate's Vow and the 2 at the back early, Starship Sulu and Bellamy Brew. The race now to the far turn, and Dr. J-Dub is crossed and cleared and leads it by 2. Prague is second to the outside, Running Alone, third, stretch of 3. Little Baker races in 4th now. Then to the outside, it's Pirate's Vow. Starship Sulu is second last, and Bellamy Brew is last as Dr. J-Dub continues to roll up front. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Dr. J-Dub on top by 4 lengths. Moving up on the outside, Pirate's Vow tries to take up the slack with Running Alone between horses. Top of the lane. Dr. J-Dub's not giving him a chance yet at the furlong grounds with a 4-length lead. From the back, Starship Sulu, and from between horses, Little Baker, but they're all left in the wake of Dr. J-Dub. Dr. J-Dub, sharp in victory. Won it by open lengths, 4 or 5 in the end. Second, Starship Sulu, from third, Little Baker, then 4th, Pirate's Vow, and Prague to complete your high 5. 57-1 the running time.
Number 7, Dr. J-Dub wins again. That's 3 in a row on the Gulfstream Park West Turf Course, owned by Priscilla Vaccareza and J&J Stables, trained by Carlo Vaccareza, and ridden to victory today by Tyler Gaffleone. In the pick 5, 5 of 5 paid $36,873.20, 4 of 5, $176.05. In the Rainbow 6, only 5 out of 6, $1,725.80. A carryover going into Wednesday of $22,143.88. The Rolling Super High 5, 5 of 5, paid $609.15. And that wraps up Sunday's action. Remember, we're Doc for Live Racing on Monday and Tuesday, but we will be back on Wednesday afternoon with a 10-race card. Our first race post, 12:35 p.m. Good night and good luck.